All right, welcome back, YouTube. So, Hearthstone just announced 2 new cards, and they're both Titans, which is pretty great. We'll look into the first one. The first one's called Agrimar the Avenger, 6 mana 3/7 with Titan, Battlecry, equip it 3/3. I'm not gonna even try and pronounce that name, but it's a 3/3 weapon, and it's being weird. Sometimes it likes to show me where the stuff is, so I just went ahead and got a little template for it here. So this is what they had on the Twitter page. I just screenshotted it, but or we'll took a snapshot, whatever you want to call it, you know. But the first one is maintain order. Give your weapon after your hero attacks, draw a card. Split slash, give your weapon +2 attack and your hero's immune while attacking. That's pretty big. And then give your weapon after your hero attacks, summon a 3/3 enforcer with taunt. You know, this is kind of strange because this all is like just rogue stuff right here, right? Like I feel like this would have been made a little bit more sense for a rogue. Because, you know, weapon rogue's a thing, all that stuff. I feel like this legendary is more geared towards rogue, not hunter. But it's kind of interesting, you know, you could play 6/6 and you pick probably Swift Slash like your very first turn picking it, right? Because your weapon's always going to have immune and it's going to be a 5/3, right? It's going to have, you know, 5 attack, 3 durability. So it's going to be able to remove just about anything without a problem. Granted, if you have other stuff on the board to, you know, remove the bigger stuff. You know, commanding presence isn't bad. Every time you attack, you summon a 3/3. Like, it's not bad. Like, this card by itself develops a board while also removing stuff, while also not allowing you to take damage, you know, aside from, you know, if they attack you, you know, if you attack with the weapon, you're not taking damage, while also refilling your hand. It's generally like a well-rounded card, I think. And it being 6 mana is actually not terrible. If this was like a 7 or 8 cost card, I would have been like, kind of bad. But if this card was like 5 mana, I think if this was a 5 mana card, I'd make this a 5-star card. But because it's 6, I think it's like a 4, maybe 5-star card. Just like it's up there. I don't think it's one of the best like Hearthstone or like Hunter legendaries, right? But judging from what else we've seen, like with Hodor, like Hodor is extremely slow. Like this is a very slow card, and even if there is a way to cheat this out earlier and you're able to get a bunch of 8/8s, we don't know if that's the case or not yet. But I feel like Agrimar is going to be... Oh, now it decides to show me down here. I feel like Agrimar is actually pretty solid. I think this is a solid Hunter legendary. I don't know if it'll be a defining card for like a specific like archetype for Hunter, but I feel like this is pretty. It's not bad. I think if, you know, if they maybe adjusted the stats on the weapon, that would make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe make it a little bit better. But I think the 3/3 keeps it well balanced. It's enough to, you know, deal damage. You know, over 3 turns, it could deal, you know, up to 15 damage with the what's it called, the Swift Slash. It's not bad. I definitely think this is pretty cool. I wish they could show off the signature art on the website here, because I'd like to see what this is. But I think this is a pretty well-rounded hunter card, or hunter legendary. I mean, now the next one, a Manathul, I think is how you pronounce it. 7 mana 3/10 Titan. After this uses an ability to discover any legendary minion. That's kind of crazy. Now, here's another little snippet of it. Now, Control Priest is gonna love this card. This card is kind of nutty. But so here's the first one: Shape the Stars. Choose a non-Titan minion, summon a copy of it with +2/+2, which means, like, you know, you could run bigger statted minions in Control Priest, and you could just basically summon up a copy of something in your hand with +2/+2. Maybe a Death Rattle Priest will come back. You could get some crazy Death Rattle effects with that. It says summon, so it doesn't seem like Battlecry effects are going to happen. But, you know, just getting any type of value, like a lifesteal minion, like anything would be really good to get pulled out and give it +2/+2. It's not bad. The other one, Vision of Heroes, summon a random 6-cost minion, give it taunt and lifesteal. The problem with like a random 6-cost minion is you could get a really bad statted 6 drop, right? But it summons a random one, so, you know, you could get something with charge maybe, if there's a 6 mana charge, or even something with rush. Getting lifesteal and taunt, you know, adds to survivability. It's not bad. But the next one, Strike from History. Choose 2 minions and remove them from the game. This effect alone is insane. Like, it could be 1 and it still is not bad, but you got to think about it. Like, 2, you could remove anything. Like, that's kind of crazy. And imagine if it was like a thing where you could like pick it from their hand or something like that. That'd have been more crazy. But choose 2 minions, remove them from the game. I think that's a pretty crazy effect. And then if you think further past this, after using an ability, you discover any legendary minion. It's not like specific to like priest. It doesn't have any like it's just any legendary minion. So not only while you're able to, you know, stun up something, it could be rush, it could have charge, it could have whatever death rattle effects, you're gonna get +2/+2, or you stun up a random 6-cost thing, you're also discovering legendary minion, which is more generation that priest is getting, which is insane. This card is pretty crazy. And if you think about it, the strike from history could also remove other titans too. And it removes them from the game. So if there's any like magical way to bring back titans, like resurrecting it or anything like that like they may or may not have, you remove it from the game, they won't get it back. That's pretty crazy. And then, you know, you're discovering any legendary minion, and, you know, longevity of, you know, control priest is going to be insane. Like control priest will probably be tier 1 or S tier, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be pretty insane with this, I think. And it being 7 cost too is not bad either. You could drop down turn 7. It's probably not going to be dropped down on turn 7 though. In like reality of playing control priest, you're probably going to drop it down at the right time. So you can, you know, use strike from history. You're going to discover a legendary minion that's going to, you know, add more value to the late game. You know, there's very many legendaries that are really like solid to discover. The problem with it is it's any legendary minion, so you could like probably, you know, whiff and get like Nat Pagel or something. It's not, I don't know if it's specified if there's going to be wild legendaries a part of this too, if it's just going to be standard ones, but there can be some whiffs for legendaries for this. But I think like overall this is not a bad priest legendary. Like I think this is definitely one of the better priest legendaries that they've gotten, like aside from like Sister Sylvana. The Behemoth, the Colossal Minion was also really solid, and that's going to be rotating out, I believe, when this set comes. So this is basically going to replace the Colossal Priest Minion, or Legendary Minion. So that's something to also think about as well. This is probably going to replace that card and everything else. Like I don't remember what other cards that are. I guess we could check here what other. We'll go down to Priest and Sunken Voyage. They're not going to get Drown anymore. Whirlpool's not going to be a thing, and Blackwater Behemoth is not going to be a thing. But, you know, Control Priest is losing some elements and stuff like that, but Sister, what's it called? Where is it at? So they're still going to have Clean the Scene, they're still going to have Identity Thief, and Atonement. I didn't think it was that news. Was it March of the Lich King? Came out? Oh, yeah. Sister Favana. This is like the insane card that Control Priest gets, right? Because they get Vision of Darkness, right? And they still have Undeath. They still have a lot of their control elements. They still have Cannibalize, which is a really big thing. So they'll still be able to, you know, discover Cannibalize from it, and it's actually going to be more consistent now. So there's going to be less shadow spells in the rotation from the Voyage, because that's a shadow spell, and that's a shadow spell, but that's a really good one. Whirlpool's going to be gone, which is going to be a pretty big impact, I think. I do believe, like, I don't think I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to be what's going to be rotating out. When this set comes in. But yeah, no, I think this is a pretty, like, I think these two, like, so far I think all the Titans are pretty solid. I guess we'll kind of go over the other ones real fast, because I didn't really. But then there's this guy right here, Norganon, 6 mana, 3/8. When this uses the ability, double the power of the other abilities. Deal 5. Any minions cost 1 more this turn. Cast 1 random Mage Secret. It doubles down, so this could potentially deal like what, 20 damage. This could do what? Is it 4? Is the most it could reduce? And then cast like 4 or 5 random, or I'm pretty sure it's 4 random Mage Secrets, which, I mean, there's not very many good secrets here, but you're probably going to go for that burst of 20 damage here. But it being a 6-cost guy, it's not bad. If they had more really good Mage Secrets, this guy might, you know, go up in power level here. But I'd probably say this is pretty average. This is probably a 3-star card in my opinion. Like, just the chance of dealing 20 damage is pretty insane, but the fact that it has 8 HP and Titans aren't, you know, immune on board, so they could get off their abilities guaranteed. You're only, I mean, the chance of it happening, like, I really feel like you might not even get, you know, more than 2 or 3 abilities off, depending, like, especially by turn 6. With like all the removal spells that they have in standard and everything like that. I'm not gonna even go into wild or twist or anything like that either. Like I feel like this is just a pretty average mage legendary. It's probably a 4-star in my opinion in that way. But then the other one here, Unar, the Life Binder, 10 mana, 5/7 Titan. When this uses ability, summons up a 5/5 Ancient. Now this is a better ability. If all the Titans had like some type of taunt stat line that's summon up afterwards, or some way to impact it after you use an ability, the longevity of the Titan stay on the board would be a little bit better, I think. But, you know, draw into your hands full, restore your heroes to full health, so it's basically a Reno Jackson. And then where's the other one? Refresh your mana crystals. So you can play this, refresh your mana crystals, and do more. It's pretty crazy, I think. This is another like 5-star legendary right here. Druid is gonna. This is probably gonna be in every single Druid deck. Like it doesn't even have to be built around. Like there's nothing. This card is meant to be built around your deck. Like you could add this in there and you'd be like, play this. I'll restore full HP and then I'll have a combo. Or this might like help combo decks or something if there's something with that. Play this, refresh your mana crystals, and then there might be some other shenanigan with that, right? But on top of that, if you think about it, in Wild, with Guff being a thing, getting up to 20 mana, flourishing, and doing more stuff, like the combos that are going to happen in Wild, I'm sure are going to be insane. But in Standard, this is going to be a good card. This is going to be in every single Druid list, and I'm sure this probably will, more likely than not, probably get nerfed. Probably like so the taunts aren't, going to be sticking there. But I think this could probably stay on the field a tad bit longer than the Mage one could, in my opinion. But you never know. Maybe there's going to be some way this is able to do it and you just deal 20 damage consistently, and then Mage is broken again. But Mage hasn't been, too good as of lately. Like all their decks are pretty, tier 3, tier 2, tier 3. But it's all pretty, pretty insane, I think. So far, all the Titans are pretty good. I don't know if they're all going to be, class defining or anything like that. But so far, I really like the Titans, and I'm really looking forward to get the signature arts for them. I'm probably going to invest a little bit more money than I did into this set than any other sets, so I could try and get all the signature arts for the Titans. I think that'd be pretty neat, right? But thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment down what you guys think about all the Titans and everything like that, and what are your predictions for all the other ones. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more Hearthstone content in the future. Thank you for watching.